So then I let go. I do a sweet 900. No big deal. Sweet,
just 900 degrees?
a little spin. Tony Hawk did it. I could do it. It's fine.
Sure.
No big deal. And then I'll land and I'll grab the horse's tail again. It'll be waiting for me, but it also won't have stopped.
Welcome to the PJC cast, everyone, also known as the Project Koozie Crew, where we do Would You Rathers and other fun things. My name, my friends, and dear listener, listening at home, is Dane.
My name is Jimmy, but you can call me Jimmy.
I call him Jim sometimes.
You call me Jim exclusively. Let's be honest.
I think I call you Jimmy when I'm whining at you.
That's true.
Jimmy!
I've got a good name to wine and cheese. Ba-doom-ts.
Very good.
Are you ready for quality comedy content? Here at
Sweet, sweet pun.
Here in the tub. We're in a tub.
We're in a hot tub, as we are every week. It's a balmy autumn evening here in Anytown, USA. Pretty quiet in the old town tonight.
There's an old town road.
I've had a particular song stuck in my head.
Dane said old whatever and then looked at me like you finished the joke.
You figure it out.
you tie it together.
Balls in your court, James. I do call you James sometimes. I think I call you James when I'm joking.
On the podcast constantly. Somebody had to point that out to me, actually.
That I call you James on the podcast?
Yeah, because I don't pay attention to it. But then
I was like, pay attention to Dane.
Well, but then somebody pointed that out, and I was like, oh, it happens all the time. It's
oh dear. It's a constant mouth disaster. Episode number here. It's an old episode of ours. It's an early one. It's right off the batter.
It's a home run.
It's when we were three men in a tub.
Do you remember baseball?
I've heard of it.
All right, so
I'm familiar with.
Riddle me this:
with the bats and
do you remember the
leather mitts?
So he never hit the big leagues, but he was one of the most famous minor league baseball players ever.
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
That's also true. Not the one I was talking about. This is his name is Beryl Tubman. He his whole go-to was that he had like a barrel strapped to him.
Oh my god.
Full of bubbling jacuzzi water.
Keep him nice and relaxed on the field.
And not only that, but when he was at bat, he had not one but two foot bath machines. Like the ones you gotta plug in and they go and they kind of like.
How
do
long
a
ago
rub.
was this?
This is like the late 1800s. And he would get at bat, and he'd fucking do his little wiggle his little tush, and
his patented tush wiggle.
Yeah, and he'd have both feet in the water and a tub around him. And then he'd hit a home run.
Just like that.
Every time.
Because he was so loose.
And then he would not ever get to first base was the problem.
Right, because he was strapped in with so much water.
So it didn't count. He would try and run to first base, and he'd start sloshing and slooping. And
I think
he'd
eventually...
just trip and fall down, and the whole stadium laughed at him.
I think eventually the very famous and well-known rule of no water on baseball fields.
No water in baseball.
No water in baseball, which then became no crying in baseball.
It's a good leap.
Was because of him.
Yeah. Beryl Tubman.
Beryl Tubman.
Yeah. And if you think Beryl is spelled the way that it is...
It's not.
It's spelled with like a Y.
There's a Y in there.
B-E-R-Y-L.
Beryl. I put a D at the end for no reason. I'm sorry.
It's silent. That's okay.
This episode's in loving memory of old Tubbs, we called him.
Tubby.
Old Tubbs.
Tubbs
Old
McBears.
Tubbs. And his legacy of committed relaxation.
Yeah, he no photos exist of him without the Porto tub on. The Beryll Porto tub.
Not to be mistaken with the porno tub, which is very, very dirty.
It's a different tub.
It's a dirty tub, but like a fun dirty.
That's like instead of a barrel, it's just like a round, like those round shower curtains, but just around a man.
With like rings.
Yeah.
It's a Halloween costume.
Yeah, and you can sort of see the silhouette if you're at the right angle, but like...
The light's correct. Hey, you want to do some Would You Rathers?
Okay.
All right, our first Would You Rather comes to us from Christiana on Facebook. Christiana asks, would you rather live your life with abnormally large buff arms that are so meaty they don't fit into any sleeve? Or live your life with the legs so buff and big the only pair of pants you can fit in are a pair of cut-off jeggings?
Cut off jeggings.
Yeah, cut-off jeggings. They look like jeans. They're leggings.
In this universe, the only thing that could stay with the Hulk when he hulks out are jeggings, but only some of them.
Purple jeggings.
Purple jeggings.
There's something about the color purple.
There's radioactive blood. That's Spider-Man.
That's radioactive Spider-Man blood.
He's also got he doesn't not have radioactive blood.
What a lot of people don't know about the MCU is that they use Spider-Man's butt silk to make the Hulk's jeggings.
Yeah, they're luxurious.
Because they're so soft. They're so soft. And they are the only things that will expand to the meaty size of a full-blown Hulk.
Man.
He becomes Professor Hulk, right? I haven't seen it, but...
I haven't seen it.
We're bad at being nerds. We're bad nerds. Jimmy, bad nerd. Bad. Oh. Why are you clapping?
I'm excited.
I'm not slapping you. Let's be very clear here. I do not perpetrate abuse upon my tub partners.
Ow, I clapped too hard.
Smacking my own face now.
Oh, that's actually happening. Oh,
we're actually clapping.
It won't sound as good as...
We're actually in a hot tub.
Yeah, that too. Wink.
That's the drip drops.
It's raining now, I guess.
Big meaty arms.
Oh, it'd be so...
Big meaty legs.
So I also imagine, not that you said this, but in the legs scenario...
Department.
They're just really long.
Yeah, they're much too tall.
You just have a little body on these like long, tall, buff-ass legs.
Long, tall, buff-ass legs.
But your arms are but they're not going to be longer, I don't think.
I think they've got to be.
Because then you're like some sort of gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
Like knuckles
rounded
down.
Shoulders.
They'd have to be.
Knobby elbows.
But like the rest of you is just scrawny.
I mean, normal. I wouldn't say I'm scrawny. You're not a scrawny man.
I feel like it would take away the rest of your muscles.
I would suck it up. I'm just trying to feed these big beefy arms of mine.
By eating so much protein.
All I can do is drink hamburgers all day.
Did you say drink?
I have to drink a hamburger every hour on the hour, or else my big meaty arms will suck up all the rest of my muscles. They're voracious.
I'm sorry. Did you know that you could just eat a hamburger? You don't have to.
Oh, that takes too long, and then my muscles in my face start getting angry. Oh. So I gotta drink it down. Drink them hamburgers.
Well, as long as you know, I'll have my drink with an extra side of cheese. In solidarity.
With you.
That's Velveeta. You melt it and then it hardens immediately.
And then you drink it.
But you could drink it for like a second.
If you drink it fast enough.
Yeah, if you get it at just the right boiling temperature.
So what you got to do to drink a good glass of Velveeta is you boil it, and then you get a thick slurpy straw, and you just suck that down back down.
You gotta never stop.
You gotta never stop.
Like, if you stop to let it harden, then it will harden in you. But if you drink it while boiling, all you'll do is ruin your organs.
Jimmy, have you ever thought that kissing is just one tube from one person's butthole to the other?
I have.
Yeah, I read that on the internet.
I, one time, was asked to be in an experiment. They put me between two other people, and the guy pulled out a needle and thread, and he said, "Pucker up." And I said, "Is this like one of those human centipede things?"
But this is where he made a sweater for your lips, right?
That's right.
He
A sweater I can never remove.
It's just attached
He sewed
you
it
have
to
really
my face.
warm lip parts.
Yeah. It's like pillowy. It's a pillow for my pillowy lips.
He needed 3 people so that he could make sure they all matched.
Yeah. Mine has a big J on it.
For Jimmy.
That's right.
Or James, if you're Dane during this podcast.
If you're feeling sassy.
I think being much taller would be very tough, but I also think having big beefy arms and never being able to fully put them down, because that's how big beefy arms work.
See,
would be tougher.
I'm a little more. So for me, it's just a matter of coverage. Because I think with big beefy, well, so it's two things. It's I'd rather wear pants. I'd rather be able to wear pants than to have to not wear pants, basically. Because sleeves, I'll just hulk out of them and it'll be fine.
Right.
And then that's
and then
just
you
the
look a little more badass.
Like, my shirt is still okay. But like, if you're walking around with what appears to be no pants, or just very, very small hot pants that are made out of jeggings, that are made out of Spider-Man's goo, that's a look. That's certainly
an
a look.
aesthetic. I mean, you're choosing an aesthetic either way.
Yeah, but
one just has sleevelessness, and the other just has skin tight jeggings. Jeggings.
So, alternatively, I could pick up like a car.
Maybe
with my arms.
With your big beefy boy.
What if they were just fake? They didn't make you stronger. Like you just had these arms for looks, but you were as strong as you are currently.
That sucks. Well, that's the other thing about... let us say that there is strength involved.
Yeah,
it's a very silly idea, and I love it. To be
I just
normal.
love the idea that, like, somebody's like, "Ooh, you want to lift? You want to spot me?" And you're like, "Ooh, I don't know." And they're like,
"What am I doing at this gym?"
And they're like, "What's the problem? You're not a big muscle faker, are you?"
I'm a big muscle faker.
And you try to push the door open, but you're too weak.
You're
and
just
frail.
too weak, and this like old person comes by and is like, "Excuse me, lad," and then just easily waltzes through because they're fit as fuck.
Yeah,
because they're an old person at the gym.
Master.
I'm thinking this is kind of a Yubaba situation with the arms.
What does that mean?
Where your big beefy arms then become your legs, and you're walking around in your big beefy ones, and you use your feet as your hands. And then you go pod racing.
Now that's what I call pod racing.
Yippee.
In all the versions of that I know, your legs, instead of being used for hands, wither away and die due to a disuse.
No.
Disinterest.
Let me tell you why that's incorrect and false. It's because your legs then become your hands. So they're not disused. They are extra used and become dexterous, and you paint pictures and you open cans.
Do I get to grow a thumb?
No, but your big toe is surprisingly nimble, Jimmy. Let me tell you something.
Ooh, it's going so fast. Ooh, look at it go. Wiggle.
Toby nimble, Toby quick, Toby making mac and cheese like you wouldn't believe.
Just imagine like a tongue darting in and out of a mouth.
No.
That's what my toe's doing.
I don't want that. I don't want that at all. 'Cause I don't know where that toe's going. Okay. 3 times the charm for comedy.
Toe!
Okay. Would you then try and make the other limbs of your body, like, work on them so that they're at least approaching the big beefiness?
I don't see the point, because you'll never even get close.
Right.
You'll never get close. And I think that it'd be a situation like there was a man who was a professional arm wrestler, and they put you into weight categories in arm wrestling, I guess. So this man tricked the system and became a big boy millionaire by only exercising his arm wrestling arm.
Right.
So he looked like a Charger from Left 4 Dead, like legitimately.
Sure.
He had
looked like
one
a video game character.
big arm, and the rest of his body was normal, but his one arm was so big. Like
Was he actually very good?
Well, he just out fucking weighed everybody in his. I mean, he was good enough to win.
Yeah, I guess so.
He's smart enough to fucking beat the system
And be completely lopsided for the rest of his life.
completely dedicated to the art of arm wrestling.
Arm wrestling. So I think this really does. It depends on if you were strong. So if you were strong, I'd go arms. If it was not strong, I'd go legs.
I mean, it's. We'll just assume it's strong.
It is strong.
That was a fun thought experiment.
It was a good joke. But I think that it needs to be strength to offset the kind of shittiness. You know? A little yin yang here.
A little strong strang there.
A strong string, right?
That's right.
That's the way
Common
it's said.
Thing
Common people.
that people say. Yeah, I'm picking arms.
Are you?
You said you picked legs?
I don't remember.
You picked 2. What do you feel if it's strong?
Oh, right. If it's strong, I'm probably going arms.
Okay,
because
I'm
then I
going
can
arms.
open anything.
Like, I could run, but like my breath endurance is not going to be better.
I would work on my legs. I'd try and buff those out.
You can't. That's the joke you get with arms every day, though. They'd be like,
I'm not skipping leg day, huh?
I feel like you'd almost get that joke with legs, though. You'd be like, never skip leg day.
Either way, you're getting the same joke.
Yeah.
But the different side of the joke coin
is that you when faced with an opponent who makes that joke, you can either punch or kick. You decide.
A, B, up, down, left, right. A, B, start.
I don't think that's the code.
What code? Anyway, I think we did it. We chose.
Yeah, we're strong up boys.
We would high five so hard.
Are you
be
ready?
Like a clap
3,
of thunder.
2, 1. Boom! I'm flying away.
It's the new Big Bang. I heard a story at yearbook camp, nerd alert, that 2 male cheerleaders were running down the track towards each other to give each other a high five so hard. And they did, and they broke each other's arms.
I mean, that tracks. It's a lot of momentum to put into hitting somebody specifically.
But they like snapped each other's bones with their high five.
They're probably strong boys.
I'm just wondering where it broke. I always imagined it was at the bicep bone. What's that one? This one? From the shoulder to the elbow?
No, you got a new one. Bicep bone. That's the one.
And then the Popeye bone is from the wrist to the elbow.
It's called they call that God's wishbone.
There's 2
in your arm.
There's 2 bones in your arm. There's God's wishbone and there's the Popeye bone.
Yeah, and they connect together to the leg bone. You got a weird skeleton.
It's true, I do.
Damn, what you do with that weird skeleton all the time?
I'll make it dance. Jimmy, what's coming up next? And I want you to be... Oh, you did it.
Hearts.
You did it. You did it this week.
Say?
I wanted you to be real careful, and you were.
I was
One
careful.
more time?
Oh, shit, what's it?
No, you were so good at it, though.
Oh, I used up all my thought energy to remember the name of it. Lonely
farts. No.
farts. That's it.
No.
I think that's it. Lonely tarts. It's a Pop-Tart quiz
Only
show.
the lonely ba do ah. That should be. Oh, can we do a musical sting from now on?
Hit me with it.
It's that.
We'll try it out. Try it again. Do it again. I wasn't ready.
And coming up next, what is it, Jimmy?
It's Lonely Hearts.
Only the lonely da 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 be do ah. Where we take two online personal ads. We read them out loud for you fine people. Well, person, because it's just one person listening at a time.
You or me?
No, the listener to the podcast. People don't generally listen to podcasts in a group.
Oh, you mean... Oh.
Whoever's listening to this right now, this is for you.
You threw me for a loop.
Hey.
A Fruit Loop. Cereal. Milk. Delicious.
That's some A to C thinking.
So
we take two online personal ads, we read them out loud, and we discuss whether those two people would fall in love with each other. Yeah. First up on the docket this week is our good friend, Jimmy.
I'm your good friend. Just you. You're listening by yourself. If you're listening with somebody else, fight. To the death.
Fight right now. Go. Punch him. If it's your first time listening to the podcast,
sorry,
you have to fight. First rule of PJC Cast: don't talk about PJC Cast.
All right. My lonely heart is 26 female for male, Midwest / anywhere, unclever girl. ... like Jurassic Park, but the opposite is the title.
I love that. I love that a lot. They're not calling themselves stupid. She's just saying, not very clever.
And then proceeds to lean into that real hard in small text. I don't know how you do that on Reddit, but in small text saying, I don't know, I'm dumb. Here's my copy and pasting my old post, but with updated pics. Because what the heck, I'm lonely and bad at this. And then like the shrug, the big shrug emoji.
The big
shrug. Or not the emoticon. I'm just going to make this easier on everyone and talk about myself in bullet points. First bullet point, 26! When did I get so old? Where did all these aches and pains come from? Bullet point, from the Midwest. Bullet point, a dog person without a dog. Life is rough.
The way you said it, though, it sounded like she was answering her own question by where do all these aches and pains come from? They came from the Midwest. And then following it up with a sweet, sweet pun.
Yeah,
I'm on board.
To be as clear as possible, every time that I'm the listener that's alive still, of
the two who fought each other, at least the one who's conscious.
I say bullet point. There's a real bullet point there. Just so you can follow along at home. It's a fun little game. New bullet point. I love reading, binge watching TV shows, listening to podcasts, talking to myself when I'm alone, cooking, making lists, recently into gardening and trying to grow a couple tomato and pepper plants this summer. Bullet point. I'm on the bigger side, in italics. So if that's like a deal breaker or something, I feel I should just put that out there now. I totally understand that people have preferences, and I'm, of course, not going to hold that against anyone. Although I've begun to take my health more seriously. Starting March, I've been hitting the gym after work, whenever my schedule allows. Bullet point. Vegetarian for the past 20 years or so. Vegan for the past year and a half. Don't worry, I'm not super preachy about it. I'll answer any questions someone might ask, but I won't push my lifestyle on anyone.
Hey, that's a positive column for me.
That's good. I know good vegans.
Whether you're vegan or into anime or...
Into vegan anime...
Or like a Lego person who really likes Lego, or like a stick shift driver, or like a deep sea diver, or, you know, you're just really into like parfaits. Like, just don't don't press your lifestyle onto me.
Unless it's parfaits. I'll eat your parfait.
I'll eat your parfait. Press your parfait into my face.
Press your parfaits into my parfaits.
I don't...
I fucked up. I did it wrong.
I don't know anyone who doesn't like a parfait. If I had a parfait right here, right now...
What makes something a parfait? Is it just that there's granola and yogurt and some berries?
No, it has to be layered. It can be anything that's layered. Generally, it's whipped cream or...
Anything.
I know where you're going with this, you naughty boy.
Are pizzas a parfait?
Jimmy, the question we must ask ourselves. I think it's imperative we ask ourselves. Are pizzas a parfait?
Are pizzas a parfait?
Pause the podcast. Pause the podcast. Listen, this isn't just in. A new question has been posed that needs addressing. Are pizzas parfaits? The answer is yes.
Clearly.
Clearly.
It's layered. You could put whipped cream on a pizza, therefore.
It's dairy products. What is cheese if not old whipped cream?
I want it in a cup.
Yeah. So next
not.
time we go to a pizza establishment, we just say, we'll have your Hawaiian parfait, please.
I feel like if we do that, they'll skip a beat, but then they'll give us a pizza.
Yeah, no, they'll just give us a pizza and be like, I guess that guy
they won't question us. They won't be like,
pizza parfait.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'd like the pepperoni parfait, please.
I'd like that good pepperoni parfait. Can I get that double, which means just 2 pizzas on top of each other? Can I get a double parfait?
Do you want the bread side of the second pizza to be on the top like a burger? Like no, like a parfait.
No, like a parfait. Like a parfait is?
You know, like...
Could I get that?
Like a like
Jimmy, can we make an actual pizza parfait, though?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to need to cube some like...
Meats.
French breads.
Okay.
And some meats. And some cheeses.
Why are they all cubed? Just so we can get at it with a spoon?
Because that's a traditional parfait.
Yeah.
And then we get a hurricane glass. that like sexy drinks are made in.
Yeah.
And then
like it's wavy, like a mirror might be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you chunk up the bread at the bottom, and then you chunk up the meats and the other toppings that are chunked. Sprinkled cheese.
Yeah.
This is my cheese sprinkling ASMR.
Delicious.
And then you just eat that.
You don't gotta heat
sauce,
it. No,
sauce. Shit.
See, it's like you gotta put the big rocks at the bottom. Or first. No, how does that work? You put the big rocks in first, and then the sauce is all the smaller rocks. It fills it all.
Right. Okay. So, once again, from the top.
Okay.
From the bottom.
From the bottom.
Chunks of bread. Chunks of meats. Chunks of toppings. Cheese. Chunks of bread. Chunks of meat. Chunks of topping. Cheese. Sauce.
We gotta like cook it though, right?
Then you cook it.
And then you put it in the oven.
And then you put it in the oven. For as long as it takes.
As long as it takes, just not long enough to shatter the glass.
Don't shatter the hurricane glass. It's important.
Get a Pyrex hurricane glass. It's important for the pizza parfait.
When it comes out, you garnish it with a little fresh basil and a whipped cream topping. Not a Cool Whip.
No.
But a whipped cream topping.
Yes.
And one of those little umbrellas, because it's a hurricane glass, and that's how you have to do it.
I love it. And I think This Lonely Heart would love it too.
Oh, right. We're doing Lonely Hearts. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
But let's make that for real.
Okay, yeah. We'll do it.
We need an oven-safe glass.
Yeah, that's fine. I can find that. That'll be great.
Let's just skip ahead here. She's vegan. She's awkward, shy, and introverted. What I'm looking for, don't mean to be so general more than anything, but more than anything, I'm looking for someone to connect with. I'm going into this looking to make a friend and bond with someone. Oh, also being the goofball that I am. Laughter is really important. Happy with Reddit messages, but wouldn't mind voice recordings. And then she says in all
Ooh,
caps,
that's
"We'll
nice.
see where this takes us. I don't know what else to put. I'm bad at this." And then she posts some pictures of herself. And then she says, "Tell me about your day. Your favorite song, podcast, whatever right now." The answer, of course, is the PJC,
PJC cast.
And what you're looking forward to in the future. I'm all ears or eyes. I've got 4 eyes, so that makes me a good listener. And then in small text again at the end, she says, "Also, P.S. Totally a fake redhead, so please no. Does the carpet match the drapes messages? Insert eye roll here. Super good post. Nailed it." And then that's it.
I like her.
I like her. She's great.
Quirky.
She's
She's
good.
fun.
She invented a parfait for
Thank
us.
God.
For one, finally.
Finally in this life. A pizza-based joke for the PJC cast. Brian's going to come back and be like, "Why do you guys talk about pizza all the time?"
We are a pizza-based podcast. You're right. You're right.
I really liked her use of formatting to express different ideas and moods. I also like that she wasn't so self-deprecating that it seemed like she was completely devoid of self-esteem. I enjoyed kind of her self-awareness in terms of her diet being a potential problem to some, and just being like, hey, this is not a problem. This is my own personal choice.
I'll deal
with it.
I'll make a vegan pizza parfait, she says.
Vegan pizza parfait.
It's bread.
It's just bread and sauce.
Sauce.
And vegetables.
Sauce, maybe, depending on the kind of sauce.
Don't put any anchovies in that sauce.
No. Or I'll eat them. I've never eaten an anchovy, but they're
very
Caesar
salty.
dressing.
Yeah, they are. Anyway.
You don't think of dressing being meated, and yet Caesar dressing right there
It's
it is.
meated.
There's fish in that.
It's a meated dressing. All right. Mine is 27 female for male. I'm 1 year older and none the wiser. Let's strap in, maybe, for this one.
I'm buckled.
Here we go.
Ready for a chuckle.
Buckled and ready for chuckles. That's the new tagline for our podcast. Here we go. I treat my birthday as my resolution day. The day I decide how this year will be different from the last. I reassess my goals, my wants, my execution of said things. So far, I've started my 27th year doing things way out of my current comfort zone. And for that, I'm proud. Hey, 27.
Hey.
We're in the age range.
Oh.
That's a good matchup.
That's all we need. No, go on.
I will.
Okay, good.
Last year, I wanted a boyfriend. This year, I want real love. I literally cringed typing that. All right, she's starting with some subtext.
She's letting you know what is happening on the narrators, the unreliable narrator, as they say.
Well, both of our parties have done that so far.
Yeah.
So that's another one in the win column.
Plus.
That's a plus. Last year, I wanted to get better. This year, I wanted to get healthy. Oh, okay. Last year, I wanted to get better. No context for that, but
Okay.
maybe they were sick in some way. This year, I want to be healthy. Last year, I wanted to be happy with my life. This year, I want to be at peace with who I am. Last year, I wanted another dog. This year, I want my dog to stop fucking pissing every time the thunder claps. God damn it, Bubbles. Little sense of humor. Another win column.
Little dog, too.
Little dog, maybe, pissing because of the thunder. Last year, I wanted a fuck ton of sex. This year, I want a shitload of it. This is a small joke, guys. Put your peen away. Also, I hope it doesn't have to do with scat, because not to yuck yums, but that's gross.
Yuck.
But yuck. Last year, I wanted someone to validate me. This year, I wanted someone who compliments my soul. Last year, I wanted to travel again. This year, I want to travel more.
Oh.
So my priorities have shifted a bit, as they should, but what still remains is my desire for someone else in the picture. I guess I was made with a better half. Not sure what he looks like or what kind of vibe he has going on, but it'll click with mine effortlessly, I think. I mean, whoever this dude is, he's in for the blowy of his life. Another joke. A smidge about me, I'm 5'6", Cameroonian American. Africa is a continent, guys. Female. I have attitude 5 times a week, and I cry the other 2 because it be like that sometimes. I don't like being told what to do, and I love to be combative. I appreciate sensitivity and respect indifference. I appreciate sensitivity and respect indifference? Oh, when she wants somebody to make a choice and they say, I don't know, I don't have a preference, she doesn't press them to make the choice.
She'll do it for them. She'll be like, you're getting a pizza parfait and you're going to like it.
That's it. Pizza parfaits every day.
A round of pizza parfaits, waiter. Matron.
I like reassurance and attention, but struggle to ask for it directly. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, then let's fucking do it.
Ooh.
All right.
She's ready. She's rip-roaring ready to go.
Firecracker. She's a
firecracker. Kaboom.
So there are a couple of things that I really dug that I think would work really well. The want for self-improvement.
Yeah.
Being very driven.
Yeah.
I think the want for self-improvement was evident in our first person also.
True.
I don't feel like they are as driven, but maybe maybe they'll complement each other in that they both have similar goals of improvement. One is a little more tenacious, but one's a little more laid back, and they'll like balance each other out. They'll go back and forth with it. You know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I think that these people are going to get along.
I think they're going to fall in love.
I think they're going to get along really well.
They gotta fall in love. They never fall in love. They gotta fall in love.
This time they gotta fall in love.
They gotta.
I think they're gonna complement each other really well.
They're gonna be like, oh, you look so nice. Oh, you look so nice.
Yeah.
2 compliments.
Dogs are in the picture. Getting out of the comfort zone.
That just sounded like a non sequitur. Dogs.
And then dogs. But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm sure our first person's going to really love dogs.
I read a thing today that was the best advice for people that don't know how to small talk. And you ask somebody if they have pets. And if they have pets, they want to tell you all about their pet. And if they don't have pets, they'll tell you all about the pets they wish they had.
Yeah.
And it's a cheat code. And I was like, this is brilliant.
I used to do, hey, who likes ice cream? Because everyone's got an opinion on that.
The either yes or no,
yeah.
or maybe so.
Right.
Sometimes.
Well, I'll eat ice cream, they'll say, but yeah, it's not something I necessarily seek out. Like I'm more of a social ice cream eater.
I eat ice cream after sex.
If there's a big tub of ice cream and a group of people are spooning it up, then yeah, I'll dig in.
I'll dig my dirty little spoon in there. Get a little dirty little ice cream scoop.
You know when I love ice cream the most? When I've done cocaine.
Yeah, cocaine ice cream is a good. It's on the dark web, Ben and Jerry's website.
You know, I found what was the flavor I found the other day? It was the rainbow shrimp flavored ice cream. The ones that can punch really hard. Yeah, it's
so you
really
take a
dangerous.
Bite and your teeth fall out.
Right, because it's live rainbow shrimp in the ice cream. And as you're eating them, they thaw out and they start punching the inside of your mouth. But it tastes so good. The punches taste good.
Also on that website, there's coffee, which sounds innocuous, but it's boiling.
It's boiling
hot
coffee.
Ice cream. So
it's
you gotta be careful.
It's like a weird Willy Wonka situation.
Yeah.
Where it's like cold ice cream, but
looks
it's got
frozen,
boiling coffee in it.
And you put it in your mouth and you burn your tongue.
Yeah. It's wild. That dark web.
Ben and Jerry's B&J's darkweb.com. Don't tell them we sent you. Wink.
Don't tell them to use the promo code
Tub.
in the tub. Don't do it.
For you to get
10% off of
your dark web purchase.
They're going to ask for rubies. You have to pay in rubies.
Do you have rubies?
Do you have them?
For this magical ice cream?
My little sister's named Ruby. Maybe she has some.
Maybe she is one. Trade her in for a pint.
I have one little sister. Will you take it for some mashed potatoes and heroin ice cream?
My favorite flavor of Ben & Jerry's dark web ice cream is Black Hole. You take one bite,
a heavy ice cream,
and you're gone.
And you're gone. But that one bite, delicious.
It's worth it. It's worth a sister.
Ice cream that's worth a sister.
That's the PJC promise.
Ben & Jerry's dark web. It's worth a sister.
Wink.
Bing. I think these two people are going to fall in love with each other.
Yeah, me too. And they're going to have a nice pint
of ice cream?
Yeah.
After going to the gym.
Yeah. They've earned it.
Hey, they earned it. This time, they earned it.
This time.
Last time, not as earning so much, but this time, they earned it. Folks, every now and then, we've been known to go on Twitter and find ourselves a little account we like to call the Would You Rather bot.
Hey, would you rather bot? Hey, ooh.
Let me bring that up on the old telephone.
Hey, yo, would you rather bot? Will you take me to prom? Hey, would you rather bot? Will you baptize my baby?
Jeez.
Would you rather bot? Would you godfather the same baby?
Would you rather bot?
I had a baby. This
is a neural net Twitter account where a computer has come up with would you rathers. Just a little background.
It's the ground that's back there.
Would you rather kicked on your pocket or cancel?
I'd rather cancel, because that gives me one free cancel to use on any decision I make.
Oh,
for up
interesting.
to 48 hours.
Sure. There's a half-life in that. I'd rather kicked in my pocket, on my pocket, and start a fight club. Would you rather have a devil or have your soul?
A devil? That's like a Pokemon situation. I'll have a devil. And it'll like do little attacks. I'll fight other trainers with other devils. I like it.
Is the soul real?
I mean, how unfunny are we getting?
It all depends on
philosophical.
It all depends on you, Jimmy. I think if you have
what does that mean?
I think if devils are real, then souls have to be real.
Why?
So if you have a devil, then maybe you also have a soul.
That's a weird just because even assuming that God and the devil are real,
or one of us,
that doesn't mean that souls also just exist.
Sure they do.
Why?
Because they're part and parcel.
What if souls? What if our dark souls were one of us?
Would you rather be a grizzly bear or be a mermaid? Huh.
That's a nice,
good one. And the results will surprise you.
That means the results are bear, because I want to be a mermaid.
You do?
Yeah.
Are you going to live by the ocean?
I'll hang out with a crab, and I'll hang out with a flounder.
I think I want to be a bear because, man, they chill as fuck.
Until somebody's near their baby.
Well, that's fine. I just won't have kids. And I'll be a chill as fuck bear. And I'll sleep
Steal
so
a picnic
much.
basket?
Yeah. Oh, man. That'd be great.
That
I can
ranger
run,
wasn't...
I can climb, I can swim.
You have a
I'm a grizzly bear.
Friend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
hey,
all right.
Hey, boo-boo.
What was the answer on that one?
It's 50-50.
Wow.
Down the middle. 374 votes. It's 50-50.
That's pretty good.
I told you it'd be surprising.
That's not the surprise I expected.
Would you rather be a brunette or be a vampire? That one caught me. That one got me right on the chin. Would you rather be a brunette or be a vampire?
Ooh. I guess it depends on how. Like, I feel like being a vampire would be a net negative.
Yeah.
So, staying a brunette would be all right.
I can think of nothing worse than being a brunette, so I'm going to be a vampire. Vampires win at 58%.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. Brown hair. Would you rather a shotgun but dumb or a genius koala radical?
A genius koala radical. He's my real cool radical Rex named Genius Koala.
So you've got this roommate. And you see him like every now and then because he's kind of busy. But when you do see him, he's this cute ass little koala wearing a tropical shirt, a backwards cap, and sunglasses.
And like surf shorts.
Yeah, maybe.
Sandals.
Maybe. But a lot of times, he's Donald Ducking it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm seeing his Donald Dick.
Because he's pretty cool. And you know, you like him because he's clean. And he's a good roommate, and he pays on time.
Rent, yeah.
He keeps his eucalyptus leaves pretty much in his room, mostly.
Yeah.
And when you have conversations with him, he's just really about the revolution and like shifting the means of production to the worker.
Yeah.
So you're like, man, you're stylish, and you're
Hip.
and you're a communist because you're so radical. And he's super smart about it. He's like, here's the plan. This is the steps. These are what we have to do.
I saw a video today that you may have also seen, shared by Stephanie Ed, where...
Shout out to Stephanie Ed.
Yeah, shout out to Stephanie Ed.
Look up her good writing.
Yeah. She posted a video where like 60 people all at once robbed a Walmart.
Sure, yeah,
Did you see that?
I did. I've been seeing that a lot lately. It's apparently a more common than you'd think tactic of robbing a store is just a whole group
Because
of
Stephanie
people.
Ed then comments, they can't stop us all.
It's true. They can't.
And it's very true. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
I don't think they'd stop anyone. It's too many people. It's a hazard.
I've seen a couple of those on Reddit, and a lot of people being like, "Yeah, this happens a lot where I'm from."
That's wild.
Isn't that wild?
I like that.
What is a dumb shotgun? Shoots jelly beans. No, the jelly beans just dribble out.
It's either a crappy shotgun or it didn't pass the 5th grade.
Hey, so a sentient shotgun.
Yeah.
That is just having a hard time.
With just like real googly eyes, like right where the when you put the shells in,
Yeah.
that's where the googly eyes are.
They are in there.
Yeah, and then it's just like, oh come on, man, oh. So like when you need to see, you need to have that open.
Honestly, I think I would want the dumb shotgun then, because I'd feel intimidated by a genius koala radical.
I need to seize the means of production. And I need someone who knows how to do that. So I'm picking Radical Koala.
88% pick radical koala.
That's right.
Would you
everyone.
rather be stuck in a room full of pancake alone or be stuck in a room of a bed of toast?
Pancake Alone, from the makers of Pancake Alone.
From the makers of Biscuit by Itself
Comes
Pancake Alone.
Now you too can eat your breakfast in peace. It's just literally like a tent that you wear with a plate and a knife and a syrup.
And
then
a
you have to
pancake.
you have to make the pancake.
You got to make your own pancake, but it's a little seclusion area. It's very
Pancake
zen.
Alone.
See, the crux to this situation is you're stuck in a room with a bed of toast. You can't get out of that room.
That implies
Peer.
how do English words do it? That says you don't want to be there.
Right.
You're stuck.
You're stuck.
I tried to say that in a more smart word boy way, but I failed.
More smart word, boy. Oh, well, actually, no. I'm sorry. I misread this. You're stuck in both of these rooms.
Oh my god, I'm stuck in a pancake boy.
Stuck in a room full of pancake alone.
Stuck in a room with the speed of...
So this is saying your room is full of pancake and you're alone and you're stuck in there, or you're stuck in a room with a bed of toast. Now, is the bed one giant toast?
Yes, please.
Or is it a bed that is stitched together of different toasts?
Less kawaii. Can it be one big toast, please?
Yeah, it can be one big toast.
And I'll be
I'm not saying that it can't be.
So I think toast is the answer. However, I do like the idea that you have a room that is like a Jell-O pool, but the Jell-O is pancakes, and then you have to eat your way out of the pancake. They're regular sized pancakes, probably.
The problem with that is after 3 bites, you're going to be like, I'm too full. I could eat toast all day and have. But pancakes, you get that short stack and you're like, I just don't know. Maybe I should have gotten the tall stack. But you can't finish that short stack. It's a lot of pancakes.
My favorite way to eat pancakes is
3 is enough.
Is eating somebody else's pancakes.
Well...
Because then I get to have my meal.
Yeah.
And then some pancakes still.
Pancake.
A little bit.
You're like, I really feel like pancakes this morning. Who can I invite who will order pancakes? 72% would rather be stuck in a room full of pancake alone.
Ooh.
Would you rather be 10 miles all the time or receive $5 million per day? Except... The 5 million is missing the first comma, so it's 5000, comma 000. It's not punctuated correctly.
Wait.
5000,
it's
comma
5,000, comma 000. I think that still tracks.
I mean, whatever the case, I'm taking all the money.
Free. Versus what the fuck was the other one?
Be 10 miles all the time.
I mean, that'd be all right.
But you're stretched out to be 10 miles?
10 miles is a lot.
Yes, well, your body will be 10 miles long, Jimmy.
That's not long. I'm just 10 miles.
So you're 10 people named Miles in a trench coat? Is that what you're going for?
Maybe. Miles O'Brien's a cool guy. Wouldn't you like it if I was 10 of him?
If my roommate was 10 tiny Irishmen from the future in a trench coat, I'd kick out that koala.
Yay. I'm picking the money, though.
Me too.
Who didn't pick the money? 100%?
It's actually 96% picked the money.
What 4% fools? What a bunch of 4% fools.
Yeah, they're a bunch of 4% fools. That's who they are. Would you rather toilet from your hand or be killed by a remote room?
I'm going to toilet spoil it. I don't want to die from remote or non-remoted means.
Yeah, I mean, anything that has to do with killing and not being killed. Like, sure, I'll pee and poop out of my fingers.
Toiling?
Toilet.
Oh, I didn't understand. That's what...
Toilet from your hand. Would you rather toilet from your hand?
I thought you were saying toil it from your hand.
That doesn't make any sense.
Toil? Well, I mean, it's a would you rather bot.
Jimmy, think about it. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, you're right.
Can you make some sense, please? Toilet from your hand.
Yeah, I'll toilet from my hand. Fucking shit. I'm just gonna wipe it.
Fucking pissing shit out of your fucking hand.
Now, where does it come out? Like a mouth from your hand
I don't
erupts
know.
and then
What do you want?
Comes
what do you
out,
want
or
from
like,
me?
Or like, do I just like put all 10 fingers together and concentrate, and then it's like.
So like you make a portal like by going like this,
yeah,
and like so you make a big circle with your pointer fingers and thumb together,
yeah,
and then it just like
the dew falls out.
Yeah.
Oh, you could just aim a dew at somebody if you're unhappy with them.
Or, in terms of more like an X-Men type power, pee comes out of each fingertip and poop comes out of your palm.
I'm Poo Nito. I can control poo only.
You've got 2 assholes on the palms of your hands and little urethras in each tip of your fingers.
I don't like it. Oh, it's so terrible. Can this be the last one?
I'm going to toilet from my hand. 72% would rather toilet from their hand. Okay, yeah. That's the last one.
Would you rather bot on it again with a would you rathers?
That's our new
That's
sting.
Our new other stinger.
These need to be consistent.
We got Sting on to help us write that one. He's good at writing stingers.
I get it.
The joke is that his name is Sting.
Jimmy.
Do you get it?
We've come to a very crucial time in the podcast.
Is Sting here?
No.
Is he a special guest? Fuck.
It's a segment that you, without fail, will introduce no matter what time it is.
Would you rather, Bob?
Nope. We just did that one. Now, Jimmy, we went over this last week.
Did we?
Yeah.
It didn't sound like something.
No, we did.
Okay.
I think you got there eventually through several steps, and you've been practicing the steps. We've been practicing the steps together throughout the week.
It's a 10-step. It's a 10-step
It's
program.
a 10-step segment program. The first segment is to admit that you know what the segment is. Can you do that for me, please?
Can I tell you a story?
No! It just admit that you do know. You don't even have to say what it is. You just have to admit that you know what the segment is.
Is it okay if I'm not telling the truth?
I mean, is it okay to lie to yourself?
I know what the segment is.
Great, thank you. Step 2.
Wink.
Tell me whatever story you wanted.
I got married the other day.
Yeah? What'd you get married to? Was it death?
I got married to a fuck.
1 metric unit of fuck?
And then I killed it.
Oh, why?
It's because it's Marry Fuck Kill.
It's Marry Fuck Kill. And what do we do in Marry Fuck Kill?
We marry and we fuck and we kill. One thing, a second thing, and a third thing.
That's right.
That I decide.
I'm the decider.
I'm the decider. My name is Cider. And I'm the D-cider. Ruin all the cider for everyone. No cider for bad boys. This week, Marry Fuck Kill. There's three people. And their names are I.C. Wiener.
Oh, no.
Alcoholic. And Seymour Butts. Marry Fuck Kill.
Oh, boy. This is a dumb show. This podcast, I tell you what.
It's the
This is
best.
something else. 3 years ago when I was sitting in bed trying to fall asleep, and I was like, I really want a podcast that's similar to My Brother, and Me, where people send in things and then I and my friends make silly jokes. I never thought it'd come to this.
You never thought you'd come to I.C. Wiener, Alcoholic, and Seymour Butts.
All right. I.C. Wiener. I first learned of this one from the Futurama. This is the name that Fry was given when he delivered the pizza.
That's right.
Right.
Episode 1 with all the fucking call-outs.
Yeah.
All the
They were
future
predicting
spoilers.
all of it.
Yeah.
It's very good. Nibbler's there.
He's
in
there.
that
He's
episode.
hanging out. Spoilers. But he is.
Spoilers for the first episode of a 20-year-old.
You don't find out until season 4.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you saw it.
But you wouldn't know what it was. Anyway,
You
I'm
wouldn't.
not saying for real. That was a little joke.
Yeah.
Because it is an old show. But watch Futurama, y'all.
It's good.
Shit,
Hey.
fuck, shit.
This episode brought to you by Futurama.
It's brought to you by Matt Groening himself.
Toe to tip. This is a good podcast.
It's a good podcast, says Matt Groening. Disgraced actor, Matt Groening.
Is that how you say his name? Grenning?
I think it's not groaning. I think it's Grenning. There's a G at the end, but it's kind of hard to end on a G.
I thought it was Goring.
I don't think that's correct. Let me look it up.
No, it's okay.
I'm going. It's important to me now.
I see
but go
Wiener.
on.
I see Wiener. Sophomoric.
Groaning. Grenning. It's Groening. I think it's pronounced Grenning.
We should have him pronounce it for us. Let's get him on the podcast.
Wikipedia.
We'll ask the guys over at Pods in the Key of Springfield. I'm sure they know.
Oh, wait. Graining.
Yeah,
Graining?
see, I thought it was something like that.
But that's close to what I was saying. It's not it looks like... Wait.
Groaning.
Wait.
That was fun. One more time.
Wikipedia.
Wait, one more time. Gonna have to pump that up a little bit, I think.
Pump it up. I won't do it.
Pump,
I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna not leave it. Listen harder, y'all.
It's your problem now.
One of you that survived the fight from
They
earlier.
both survived. Just one of them's passed out. Let's not kill our listeners.
Well, if they're dead, they can't listen anymore, so they're
I
not
want-
really our
no, but
listeners,
I want them-
and they're not our responsibility.
But I want them to keep listening, so I want them to be alive.
I'm gonna fuck Icy Wiener,
Yeah.
because he's got a cold dick.
Oh, I
Maybe.
see. It's an
It's
icy wiener.
Alright, listen up, y'all. I'm gonna fuck that wiener, but then I'm gonna marry... I know we didn't discuss it very much.
No,
I'm
we
just very
didn't.
excited.
Yeah, I guess so.
Seymour Butts is the most eligible bachelor, and I'm gonna fucking take him to task.
Well, see, the thing is, the first time I ever heard Seymour Butts is from The Simpsons.
Yeah. These are all Simpsons jokes.
Yeah.
Also, I think
Graining-
alcoholic. Also,
Graining. I've never heard that one.
really?
I've never.
I think because he's
not on
calling
the
it
show.
a bar.
Yeah, I get it, but like, I don't think I remember it from that.
Oh, I do. Bart's a little whippersnapper.
He's a little whippersnapper. Okay, so you're killing alcoholic.
Yeah, and then I got to kill the alcoholic because
Who needs that?
Who needs
trouble in their life?
Bubble. If you see a bubble, trouble.
Like if it's somebody that you
throw
love,
it.
help them through it. But you don't want to invite
If you could
that.
kill the inner alcoholic inside of them that lives inside of us all,
Oh, interesting.
then they would be free of their
Curse.
alcohol related curse. An alcohol witch came and put a curse on the land. And said, if you drink from this brew, you too shall go through peril.
You're trying to rhyme it again.
I was trying. I'm not a good witch.
One of my D&D friends who develops D&D content had a whole like ale alcohol themed setting that he made.
What does that mean?
There was a elemental plane of beer. There was a ale toad. That was just like this fermenting toad.
That's
that
a
was,
Budweiser joke.
there were like these ale elemental slug things and like big ale elemental creatures, and like the slugs like would crawl up and like slurp down into your mouth and explode in your belly for an ungodly amount of damage.
Oh no.
Yeah, it
The
was
weak
wild.
point is inside of me.
He made all that stuff. It was fun to play with.
That's pretty wild. If I was a beer elemental, an ale elemental,
Ailmental.
the first thing I'd do, drop a shot inside of me. I am a sake bomb.
You're
yeah.
a sake bomb.
Or whatever. car
Kaboomers.
bomb. And then I would explode, and I would go everywhere.
Whoa!
It would be great.
All over the walls.
Everyone could share me. It will be delicious.
I would. I think I would probably marry Seymour Butts.
Ooh.
Also.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like butts a lot, and I like to see them.
Yeah. More of them. I would like to see more of them,
Yeah.
if I'm being quite honest.
Sure. I would fuck the wiener to see what that's like.
It's cold.
It may be cold, and I would also see it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you'd know what you're in for.
That old wiener. And then I would kill alcohol.
Dang, we did it. We're the same.
If we are the same.
We've made the same
Up top.
choices. We double clapped.
We did like a high five that had a little high five afterward.
We high fived twice, but one of them was better.
Very loud. Anyway, that's our whole podcast, guys. That's our whole podcast.
The whole
for another
damn
week.
podcast
That's the
for
whole
another
thing.
week.
Hey, folks, I'm going to be on some more Comedio podcasts out there in the world, so please take a look over at Nerd Rage, The Great Debates. I think we're going to be talking about hospitals pretty soon, so that's fun. Hospital shows.
I love hospitals.
Yeah.
I love being in them because they have they smell like disinfectant.
Hey, take a look at In Media Trace, our friend John Zappa's podcast, where he, his girlfriend, and brother review some old media, some like nostalgic media.
Sometimes they do it in a broken down hospital.
No, they don't.
And it's spooky.
They're a very nuts and bolts podcast. They like watch the movie and review it. It's if you or the TV show or the video game or whatever they.
Well, maybe if you're lucky. How about this? Maybe if you're lucky, they'll do a hospital themed movie or show.
Oh man, I hope so. If we're lucky. Oh,
if we're lucky, if we play our cards right, and we hope and pray.
That's a Media Trace. Our friend Jordan also has a band out there called The Contaminants. He made our theme song.
He's got a podcast too.
He has a podcast. It's called it's just Loud Dark Room. It's called Loud Dark Room.
He sometimes does that in a hospital.
Nope. He's never done that podcast in a hospital. That's an interview show, Jimmy, where he interviews
doctors,
music people in the Seattle music scene.
You could be a musician and a
really
doctor.
Interesting. You can. I'm not saying you can't.
So you're saying there's a chance.
I'm saying there's a chance. I'd like to thank right now, since I'm just bringing it up, I'd like to thank Brad T. Jonas for our cover art.
My favorite doctor.
Dr. Brad.
Paging Dr. Brad.
That's what I like to say on cold Friday nights. If you have any Would You Rathers for us, please send them to the pjccast@gmail.com or tweet them using hashtag the PJCcast. You can also message us on all social media platforms, including Patreon, Twitter, Instagram. Just get them to us and we'll probably answer them on the air.
Carrier pigeon.
Yeah. Cuckoo Kachoo.
Bottle washed ashore.
Yeah. 30 years later, we'll do it.
Telegram, telegraph, polygraph, polymorph,
Animorphs.
Doctor.
You got there. You got there to the end. Brought it all around. We release every Tuesday. Please rate and review us on whatever app you're using, whether that be Stitcher or Spotify or, Apple.
Whatever by the time this comes out, perhaps they'll have the new iTunes.
Oh my God.
Or whatever, the app one.
Dear Lord,
because they're taking
in heaven.
iTunes away from you.
Yeah.
Not that you really want it, but you have it now.
They forced it upon us, and now they're forcing it away from us.
Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back.
That's Al Pacino. Thank you for coming, Al Pacino.
My favorite doctor.
My favorite doctor, Dr. Al Pacino. For another week, my name is Dane.
And I'm Jimmy.
And have a good night and get home safe.
And have an apple a day.
And have a pizza parfait.
That's it. That's the one.